There are many primary types of speakers, such as bookshelf, floor standing, soundbar, and more. But what you want are the only two speakers in the fullest frequency stereo sound, then the floor standing speakers are probably going to be the best bet. Hello guys, today's video we're taking a look at the 5 best floor standing speakers of 2022. And if you want more information, we also put the links in the description box down below. Thanks. Starting up our list with number 5, we've got the Polk Signature S60. Polk is a well-known audio company that produces a range of speakers for a variety of uses. This floor-standing speaker can be used for either music or as part of a home cinema system. It is bi-wire and bi-amp capable, courtesy of a couple of 5-way binding posts, and features dynamic balance with 3 6.5-inch drivers and a 1-inch twirling tweeter that produces detailed highs, realistic vocals, and delivers deeper bass for a stunning cinematic experience at home. At the bottom of the cabinet is a power port. This is designed to deliver a deeper bass response than a traditional back-ported speaker. It smoothly transitions airflow from the speaker into your listening area for deep, extended bass impact while minimizing turbulence and distortion, and the crossover array produces a natural sound at any point in a room. It has a power rating of 300 watts peak per channel. The cabinet itself is well made with a magnetic grille. It has a rigid structure to reduce any internal unwanted resonance. It stands 4 to 4.5 inches tall by 15.7 deep and 8.5 inches wide, and it weighs 52 pounds. However, it has some rather strange-looking feet that don't look like they belong to the unit. This speaker is not what you might expect from Polk. They have a reputation of sometimes blowing your socks off with overemphasized bass. This speaker is not like that. It has a decent, well-balanced sound across the 26 Hz up to 40 kHz frequency range. To conclude, compatible with Dolby and DTS technology, the Polk Signature S60 is built to bring the big surround sound theater and music experience into the comfort of your living room, and the price point is quite reasonable. But remember, it is for one speaker. Next, with number 4, we've got the SVS Prime Pinnacle. This is a floor-mounted speaker from the SVS Prime range, and it is an impressive sight standing at 41.4 inches tall, with 13.9 inches deep and 8 inches wide. It is made from an MDF fiberboard with a 1-inch thickness for the front baffle and 3/4 inches for the sides. The internals of the cabinet is given a damping material. One of the interesting design features is that internally each bass driver is given a separate enclosed section with a rear-facing port. There are 3 enclosures, so you get 3 separate bass ports. At this price range, that is an unusual feature. It is structured inside with angled bracing to create solid rigidity. With a specially designed front baffle, SVS has managed to eliminate unwanted resonances. And underneath the cabinet, it has rubber feet. At the top, there is a 5.25-inch mid-range driver, and underneath it a 1-inch tweeter with an aluminum dome design. Below the tweeter, there are 3 6.5-inch woofers. Placing the tweeter and its high-frequency reproduction below the mid-range driver is an interesting idea, and it certainly works. The drivers themselves are also impressive in their build. The woofers use ABS fiberglass composite baskets and polypropylene cones. The mid-range driver has a quality composite glass fiber cone. The 1-inch tweeter has its aluminum dome design, as we said, and it is placed under a metal grille for protection. On the rear of the cabinet, there are 3 bass ports and terminals for connections, which are gold-plated. You can use banana plugs, pin connectors, or even bare wires. Overall, this is a very impressive speaker, and it is difficult to find anything that is considered negative. If we were to find something, it is only that the front grills are not magnetic. So if you like speakers with grills off, you will be treated to some empty holes. Next up at number 3, we've got the Q Acoustics 3050i floor-standing speaker. Established in the UK in 2006, Q Acoustics has come a long way, and they have excelled in cabinet design. They have made their speakers some of the most respected in the audio world. They continue to build their brand quietly on a steady stream of quality speakers, and the 3050i is a good example. The Q Acoustics 3050i size at 40.1 by 12.2 by 12.5 inches and weighs 39.2 pounds, and the cabinet has been designed to reduce unwanted resonance with its rounded corners. This is coupled with a point-to-point bracing system that reduces unwanted vibrations. The result is a speaker that is rigid and tight and delivers a clean, pure sound. Inside the cabinets are 2 6.5-inch drivers, which are supported internally by thick baffles. The tweeter is 0.8 inches and handles all the high frequencies, while the 2 woofers that produce the mids and bass. It also features a rear bass reflex port, which is an open vent that, in theory, lets the speakers control the bass working in tandem with the rigid design. The new low-profile binding posts have been incorporated with sockets deep enough to accept 0.16 inches of banana plugs. The speaker can be positioned very close to a rear wall even when banana plugs rather than spades or bare wires are used. The sound is certainly impressive at volume. However, we have to say that at low volumes, the bass does disappear a little. You are also disappointed in the overall bass sound. It sounds a little woolly at quieter levels and is not what you would call defined. The overall sound is carried by the mids and high frequencies, which are excellent. In a home cinema situation, it excels, and the reproduction of the dialogue is especially impressive. But unless you turn it up, there will be a lack of bass frequencies. To sum it up, it is a very good speaker when it is worked hard and is set at a decent price point for the pair. At number 2, we've got the JBL Stage A180. We won't dwell on the history of JB Lansing and his JBL speakers. The name is enough to conjure up thoughts of great and powerful speaker systems for guitar and bass, as well as fantastic classic studio speakers, which are still used to this day. Not only that, but they are also known for their home audio. This speaker is the A180 from the Stage series by JBL. It is a lot of speakers at a very competitive price point, which makes it a contender for one of the best floor-standing speakers. It has a nice solid build with outrigger feet that give it a good balance, and the supplied are spikes for use on carpet or rubber feet for hard surfaces. It has two 6.5-inch polycellulose woofers that deliver a tight and extended bass range. They also give you a very defined clarity for the mids, making even the most complex of music sound very clear. The aluminum dome 1-inch tweeter is horn-loaded. It has HDI, known as high-definition imaging, and the frequency range is 40 Hz to 40 kHz, and the cabinet will handle up to 225 watts of peak power with a removable feature of 3/4 length grills. JBL has years of experience producing speakers for concert-level performances, and it shows in the sound of this speaker. The highs are not shrill or piercing. Some might say they lack a certain brightness, but we would disagree because as the volume goes up, they certainly don't hurt the ears. The low frequencies go very low without crowding out or taking over the sound. But it is in the mids where these speakers score points. The sound is clean and defined, and vocals and drums sound prominent, just like they might do at a live concert. Overall, this is a great speaker from a good manufacturer at a superb price point. The last product on our list is the Klipsch RP-8000F. It is not difficult to recognize a Klipsch speaker either by the way it looks with its copper-spun speakers and Tractrix horn or the sound quality. The RP-8000F is one of their reference range, which comes with a big reputation. They are sure to be considered as one of the best quality floor-standing speakers around. The cabinets have a two-way design. They feature two 8-inch cerammetallic woofers and a 1-inch titanium tweeter. These are paired with a 90 by 90 degree Tractrix horn. The horn itself is a Klipsch specialty. Its silicone face helps to give a smooth frequency response and a very natural sound. The tweeter is vented and is designed to eliminate any standing waves which can produce unwanted harmonics, thus delivering an accurate and detailed high-frequency reproduction with minimal distortion. The woofers are rigid but also lightweight in design. They are placed in a non-resonating steel basket and are mated to a copper wound voice coil for increased conductivity. Klipsch designed its Tractrix port to provide a fast transfer of air from the cabinet. It is designed with built-in flares that cut out any air turbulence from entering the port. This delivers a clean and crisp bass with a lot of natural depth and produces a very impressive 150 watts of power. The cabinet design is finished off with aluminum feet. They have a design that minimizes the amount of contact with the floor surface. The idea is that they give less resonance than plastic or MDF. Unlike the JBL, the grills attach magnetically and are easy to remove, and when not used, don't leave any unsightly holes. The speakers measure 43 inches high by 11 by 10 inches, and they weigh about 60 pounds each. These speakers are very impressive sound-wise and also with their aesthetics. The copper-spun speakers give quite a visual feature with a price point of pairs that is very reasonable.